Liverpool beaten to a 1-0 at Anfield, something which is rarely occurs. A very good performance by Inter Milan. They played a very good game. They pressed Liverpool. They closed the midfield. They played with a 3-5-2 system and Liverpool as usual with a 4-3-3 system. This time Liverpool were outclassed at Anfield. Inter Milan came with very fast-paced game. They they won most ball possession from Liverpool. They were good in snatching the ball. Liverpool had to control the ball from the lower half of the end at the midfield, at the tip of the midfield, using the three midfielders and the two centre backs. The wing backs this time didn't really get the ball, so the ball was mostly played by Thiago Silva, Virgil van Dijk, Matip. They were starting the press from Matip and Virgil van Dijk. In the beginning, Liverpool were using the pressing from Robertson and Trent, but the two wingers, the two strikers, Alvaro Martinez and the other striker as well, Sanchez, they were both pressing the two wing backs, so they decided to use VVD and they used Matip. When they're using VVD and Matip, the Inter Milan midfielders were coming to stop them from pressing the ball towards their end. So they're using the 3-5-2 shape very well. Inter Milan had closed the midfield. Whenever Liverpool had the ball, it made it very hard for them to press. And it's like every time Liverpool had the ball, they were pressing them in their own half, making it very hard for them to make that cross into the creative midfielder, that is Thiago, or making that cross into Sane or Salah. So every time Liverpool had the ball, Inter Milan were pressing them and counter pressing them. Liverpool were being hit by counter attacks time after time. The two strikers of Inter Milan were very fast. Whenever Inter Milan had the ball, they would hit over the Liverpool's wall, and Inter Milan would strike with counter attacks, outpacing Matip and outpacing VVD, and making very good shots at the goal. Liverpool also missed some good chances. Salah missed three crucial chances alone with the goalkeeper. He hit the post, or either hit the ball over the net, or he hit the ball outside the post. And also, the latest signing, Luis Diaz, also missed the goal as well. First half was full electricity. Both sides pressed and counter-pressed. Liverpool did not use their shape very well, 4-3-3, because of the pressing of Inter Milan. Normally, they start pressing from the wing backs or from the centre backs. The four players behind start pressing towards the three players. The three players at the midfield use a triangle shape. They play with two number sixes and one number 8. And the midfielders would normally take a triangle shape from VVD. He would pass it to Robertson. From Robertson, he would pass it now to a number 8. That's Thiago Silva. Thiago will cross it to Curtis Jones, who would try and make a creative pass to either Salah, Mane, or Jota. Yesterday, Jota was playing more for false 9 because the Inter Milan defense was so deep inside that he had no space to get the ball. So he was playing right next to Curtis Jones and Thiago as well. But he was not very fortunate to get enough balls into Salah and Mane. Salah and Mane were isolated on the wings. They were playing right deep inside. Come second half, Liverpool came up a bit more energetic, but Inter Milan was still too strong. Every time Liverpool had the ball, they would snatch the ball from Liverpool and make counter-attacks that led to the first goal from Inter Milan. And they scored one of the strikers on the left-hand side. Martinez scored a beautiful one. In fact, because of his pressing, Martin made a mistake. He passed the ball to the Inter Milan player. The Inter Milan player passed it to Martinez, and Martinez kicked a beautiful shot that the goalkeeper of Liverpool could not get. Alisson could not touch that ball. It went rocketing right into the far end of the left-hand side goalpost, and that was 1-0. Now, because of constant pressing by Inter Milan forwards, Sanchez made a silly mistake. He was on a second yellow card, and he went sliding into Fabinho, and he got a red card. So now Inter Milan were outnumbered and Liverpool had more numbers, but still they could not contain the Inter Milan attack. And Liverpool, in fact, even failed to score, ending the game in a 1-0. In fact, in my opinion, if Sanchez didn't get the red card, I think goal number 2 was loading. because Inter Milan were too good. They were snatching the balls, they were pressing, counter pressing, they were using the shape very well. They'd close the wings absolutely, they'd close the midfield. Liverpool are very strong on the mid, on the wings and the midfield. So I think the coach of Inter Milan studied Liverpool's game against West Ham. He studied the game against Chelsea. He knew that Liverpool play a high line defense and they're very they're very weak because VVD and Matip come very low and the wing backs come very deep. So to hit them on counter attacks is very easy. And if you get Fabinho at the midfield and you get Henderson and you get the other guy Thiago, because they play with three midfielders in a triangle shape. So if you mark them, it makes them very hard for them to get the ball and put it in the forward line of Liverpool. So I think this coach of Inter Milan studied them very well, and he came with a beautiful game strategy and a very good, powerful attack that made it very hard for Liverpool to score. Even Klopp, in his post-match interview, he said that this coach has studied our games against very superpower teams. He has studied our games against teams that we struggle to play with, and he has seen the tactics they use. And this is something very dangerous for us, so we have to come up with new strategies. So the game ended 1-0. Inter Milan are sadly out, and Liverpool move fair to the game of round 16. Now, come to Manchester United versus Man City. Man City outplayed Manchester United in every angle of the game. They again came with a 4-3-3 formation, which is a high pressing formation, where Man City used their center halves to hold the ball while they pass it to the midfielders who are three. Now the three midfielders, they were broken down into there was Rodri, there was the Belgians false number 9, and there was another player as well. And then the wingers, they were using very fast-paced wingers. They were using Foden, and they were also using Riyad Mahrez. These two wingers are very fast, and they were playing with a false 9. They did not play with the striker. So what Man City did is that they used high pressing techniques. They used tic-tac football. They kept possession of the ball. They stretched the Manchester United defense, and they made very sneaky runs. In the front line, they had Jack Grealish, and then Jack Grealish was in the midfield, and he could dribble as well. And then they used Phil Foden for counter attacks, and they used Riyad Mahrez. Riyad Mahrez started the game from first to end. He was on the left hand side. He was not used so much in the first half, but in the second half he was used a lot. He's good with his left kick, and he was using his side to dribble Telles. And what Man City were doing is that whenever the wingers had the ball, they would hold on to the ball. They would dribble the Manchester United wingbacks. They would cause the Manchester United wingbacks to leave the pockets open, and they would sneakily pass the ball, and the midfielders and the false 9 of Manchester City would go in that small kichochoro, make a good run, and score the goal. The mistake Manchester United were doing, they were not marking the people, they were following the ball. When you follow the ball, you leave pockets open. When you leave pockets open, people make a run. And these guys make a run so fast when they get the ball, they shoot it straight at the goalkeeper. The game ended in 5-1, 4-1. Four beautiful goals scored by Manchester City. There's not even one goal that was a counter attack. They came with the formation. They wanted to press Manchester United to the wall. Manchester United were having problem with ball distribution. Whenever they had the ball, Manchester City had closed Manchester United in its own half. They could not pass the ball onto the other half. When you're playing a 4-2-3-1 formation, you cannot start pressing from the wing backs. You must start pressing from the center halves. And the center halves, you use the goalkeepers. The goalkeeper should also be good in pressing. Back to the center half. From the center half, he's supposed to give to number 6. And number 6 is supposed to give to number 8, who is supposed to create that pass into the wingers like Jadon Sancho, Ilanga, or the striker. The one that put that. That day, the Cavani was not there. And that day, Cavani was not there, Ronaldo was not there, so Bruno Fernandes was playing more for a striker or a false 9. But still, they could not get the ball from their half into City's half because City were playing high-line defense and they were really pressing hard, making it very hard for Manchester United to carry the ball onto the other side. City had got good. They had played very good tic tac football where they are passing the ball constantly. Each player was not spending more than 1 minute on the ball. He would pass it to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next, making even the wing backs of Manchester City to come right deep into Manchester United half as support. As the wing back gets the ball, the midfielders and the forward line will strategically place themselves in the box. They will go into the box and play pass, 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 making Manchester United make one single mistake, get an open space, and score. That's the strategy they came with. A very good strategy. And in the end, it paid out for them. And they closed the gap between them and Liverpool because this game was very crucial for them for the EPL Cup. Liverpool were behind 3 points because Liverpool smashed Norwich City. I think they had Norwich City. I don't know which game, which team they had. Oh yeah, they had West Ham. And on that same weekend, Liverpool smashed West Ham 1-0. So they came 3 points behind Man City. So Man City had to smash these people to get a 6 point clear advantage. And that is how they secured their position for the EPL Cup. Because Man City are spot on the money for the EPL Cup. They need this cup. Pep needs the EPL Cup. He's going for the EPL, he's going for the FA Cup, and he's going for the UEFA. They're very strong in these three competitions. He got knocked out the Carabao Cup because maybe he thought the Carabao Cup was not very important because training each team for a different cup takes a lot of time, a lot of resource, a lot of research, a lot of training. So maybe he felt he was overloaded, so he let one cup go. But I'm sure this time he wants the FA Cup, he wants the Premier League, and he wants the UEFA. Klopp as well wants a quadruple, a triplet cup. In fact, Klopp wants a quadruple cup because he has got the Carabao Cup, so he wants these other three cups. So it's a very watertight race between Liverpool and Man City. They're going at each other's necks. So for every game they play, they have to win. So today's game, I think there's Real Madrid and PSG. PSG are 1 point ahead, and then that will be a very good game to watch. I'll be making a video after that game. So thank you guys for tuning in, and take care.